Hi, Zach Scheit here with the Rich Retirement Letter, and today I've got a modified tool that you can use to help grow and protect your wealth in today's market. And we're also going to be taking a look at two hot stocks that fit with this tool and are set to surge higher by the end of the year. So, when I first started my investment career as a hedge fund analyst, my boss and mentor, Bill, he spent a lot of time teaching me about Dow theory. Now, if you understand or follow Dow theory, you know that this concept or this tool helps investors look at trends in the market and really study how these trends interact with each other to know whether they're going to continue or not. Now, people who study the Dow theory love to look at transportation stocks or the transports because they give us a good, clear picture of how well the overall economy is doing. So, back when this theory first started, the US economy was much more of an industrial country. So, when transportation stocks were hot, it simply meant that factories were humming, shoppers were buying things, and the US economy was also doing quite well. Today, things are a little bit different. Our economy is much more reliant on technology, and tech affects everything that we do, from the way we communicate to where we work to even things like the manufactured goods, like our appliances and cars. They all have a tremendous amount of technology built into them. And so today, transport stocks, they actually take on a little bit more of a back seat in predicting how our economy is doing. And in their place, we've got semiconductor or computer chip stocks. And this whole industry tells us a lot about what our economy is doing and how the overall market is likely to trend. So, big institutional investors have been watching semiconductor stocks instead of transport stocks much more carefully in this generation to give them kind of an advance notice of a new wave of growth in our overall economy. Today, these semiconductor stocks are hitting new highs, and that's a clear indication that our tech centered economy is still expanding. Here is a chart of the Semiconductor ETF, and it's a basket of the biggest semiconductor stocks. And you can actually buy shares of this fund in your brokerage account just like with any other ordinary stock. The ticker for this is SMH. Now, we're about to look at two specific semiconductor stocks that should be highlights in this basket, giving you oversized profits from this hot area. But the thing I want to show you in this chart is the steady pattern of higher highs and higher lows, which just tells us that investors are continuing to put money into this area. And also that SMH actually hit a new intraday high this past Friday when the rest of the market was fairly weak. Now, this shows us that the semiconductor area is a very strong group relative to the market, and that the entire group, as they make new highs, it's a great sign for the strength of our overall economy. Now, let's take a look at two of the individual stocks that you can play in your brokerage account. The first I want to show you is Advanced Micro Devices, ticker AMD. And this is a high-end chip company that's known for its graphical processing units, or GPUs, and also for its custom system on a chip products. Now, AMD is actually in the process of buying out a rival chip stock, Xilinx, which is ticker XLNX. Now, this is an important transaction because Xilinx is the world's largest manufacturer of a specific kind of chip called Field Programmable Gate Array chips, or FPGA chips. Now, these are customizable chips, and this particular technology is sort of the latest and greatest area of computer chip technology. Now, the chips are used for applications that need the most computing power and need to be able to kind of be customized for whatever process they are working on. And these chips are especially popular for systems that they're using to mine cryptocurrency, and also systems that are used for blockchain technology. So clearly a very hot area of the market right now. Shares of AMD broke out this summer and have taken the last 5 or 6 weeks to trade sideways. And this sets up really a good base for the next leg higher, which is likely to come as the entire semiconductor industry breaks to a new high. So great stock for you to be able to consider buying right now. The second chip stock that I want to show you is Applied Materials, or ticker AMAT. Now, instead of designing or manufacturing individual computer chips, AMAT provides equipment, materials, services, and software to other computer chip companies. So it basically serves the broad semiconductor industry. Now, this company has expertise in modifying materials at the atomic level, so very, very small. In this way, it can help producers who are making very tiny chips using cutting edge nanotechnology. And while these tiny processors need to be made in highly specialized manufacturing conditions, AMAT actually helps companies build scale and manufacture large quantities of these chips even though each chip is incredibly intricate. So with this level of expertise, I'm sure you can see why AMAT is so important to this key industry for our economy. And the stock has more than doubled last year before settling into a bit of a sideways trading pattern for the last several months. So as the overall semiconductor industry and that whole sector starts to break higher, AMAT should be one of the stronger components with plenty of room to trade higher. Now, stocks tend to trade in groups as investors get excited about one area of the market or another. And this fall, investors are clearly putting more capital into the semiconductor industry. So it makes sense to pick out the very best names in this area to add to your retirement portfolio. And then as your gains accumulate, you can then decide whether you want to hold these stocks for the long run or start taking some profits off the table. Of course, we'll be watching all of these areas of the market here at the Rich Retirement Letter, and we'll keep you posted on which sectors we expect to break higher and which sectors are important for helping to protect and grow your retirement wealth. If you have questions on this video or comments, I'd love to hear from you. So please send me an email at richretirementfeedback@stpaulresearch.com, or you can just leave a comment on this video. Again, I'm Zach Scheit with the Rich Retirement Letter, and thanks for watching.